Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you are here. By the title of this video, you know what this is about. I am going to show you how to apply false eyelashes like a pro, and we are going to get started now. Okay guys, I am so excited to show you how to put false eyelashes on. It is easier than you think. I am motivated to do this video because over the years I've had so many clients and even girlfriends of mine tell me that they just wish they knew how to do it, and for whatever reason they're intimidated. People think it might take too long, that it's gonna, get glue in their eye, all these different things. But really, when you know kind of just the easy technique and you practice, it's so easy and it's fast. And I'll tell you, this is kind of my makeup that I do on the daily. I have my skin done, my brows, I just literally have mascara on. And when I'm in a hurry and I want to glam up after work maybe, or if I'm running errands and come home, I throw falsies on and boom, I go from, being a lot more casual to glamorous with one thing. So I'm excited to show you guys how easy this actually is. And I also thought it'd be perfect to show you guys how to put them on when I am just wearing mascara, because I want to show you that with the proper technique, you can actually put falsies on and have no eyeliner on, no dark shadow to blend it, and they can get nice and flush to your lashes and look fantastic. So I'm gonna break this down in a few simple steps and we are going to jump right in. So I have my tools right in front of me that I'm gonna be using, and for lashes today I have a brand new pair. These are from BH Cosmetics and these are D302s. These are kind of like a fluttery kind of wispy style lash. They're really similar to the Ardell Wispies, which I also love. So if you're familiar with Ardell Wispies, these are really great from BH. And again, these are the D302s. So you can go get falsies at almost any store. Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, you name it, they're pretty much everywhere. So there's a lot of great ones out there. I personally prefer falsies that have a very thin band. And there was glue that came in this one. That was another thing I was gonna actually mention, but I'm getting ahead of myself, so I'm just gonna wait. But I like to get strip lashes where the band of the actual lash is thin and you can actually see the clear band itself. I don't really like to get falsies that have a really dark black strip there. Not that I don't have any, I do. They're just typically a little bit harder to work with because they are a little bit thicker at that band. And secondly, they're a little bit harder to disguise. So if you're looking for something more natural and softer, and I personally just think easier to apply, the ones that have the clear visible in their band, those are the ones to get. So what you're gonna do is you are going to take your falsies out of the box. A lot of falsies you'll get glue included, some even include tools, which I'll get to in a second. But actually I do really like the glue from BH as well. It's black. There's different glues out there. Some are clear, some are white that dry clear. There's some that are gray that dry black. This one's black. I actually really like this one. So what we're gonna do first, step one, is you are going to take your falsies off of their molds or trays. So once you take them off, so step one really is to fit them to your eye. I pretty much usually like to kind of bend my tray, and I like to come right up and make sure I get snug on the lash, and then I kind of just peel it off gently. Sometimes if you go in and grab it funny, you can actually kind of bend it. So you want to be kind of cautious when you pull them off. Now I have large eyes, so I typically do not have to trim my eyelashes, but there's a lot of people that do, and there are certain lashes that I will buy where I do still need to trim them. So you want to put them on your eye and actually test out the lash to see if you need to trim any off. So basically you're just going to take it right off the mold, and I just close my eye and I'm going to take the strip and I am going to just kind of set it on my eye. It is kind of sticky. That looks so crazy. So it is gonna kind of lightly stick, but you can see when you kind of press it down, if you like the way it fits your eye or if it's really long, if you need to trim any off. So this fits my eye, I've used these before, so I don't need to trim it. Actually, it does look like there's a little excess something on the end. Nope, it actually is a teeny bit of the clear band. So you know what? You guys can't really see it probably, But if you were to trim them, you just go in and you know, trim off whatever part, you know, however much you need. There's just a teeny little bit of excess clear band here, so I'm just cutting that off. I just have these teeny little makeup scissors I always have in my makeup vanity. So after step 1, when you size them to your eye, step 2 is going to be to flex the bands. So when I get fresh lashes, I like to flex them. So I just kind of roll them. This kind of just spreads everything out nice, gets that band nice and flexible so that as you go put it on your eye, it just kind of pushes into place. I just feel like a whole lot easier. If anything, when you pulled it off the mold and it kind of lost maybe a little bit of shape, this kind of helps kind of bounce it right back and get it ready for application. So we're getting them nice and flexible. Now normally, as I go into step 3, which is the actual application, I put glue on both of mine, but I'm gonna do one at a time because I'm gonna go a little slower today and I don't wanna get ahead of myself and have my one lash dry down too much before I can put it on. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna talk a couple tools for the application before we jump into the actual application. How many times am I gonna say that in this video? Okay, so there's different ways you can put lashes on. Some people love just using their fingers and literally laying it down and pressing in place. Totally fine. I prefer myself, I usually either do my fingers or I use this little tool. This I got from the drugstore. A lot of lashes that you can buy from the drugstore, things like that, they'll even include tools that look like this that are plastic usually, and those work the same really. I like these nice metal ones. They're just really nice and solid. This is what usually I typically use when I put my lashes on. And you also can even use just standard regular tweezers. I think tweezers are fine, but I just like the fact that either between my finger or this, I can hold a lot more of the lash and really push it down in a larger surface area than I can with this little guy. So, but I usually like to have these on hand because sometimes when I need to just grab a little piece, it's easy to get in there. So whatever you feel as you start practicing what works for you, it's totally okay. Use what works for you. These are just things that I find super helpful. So now what I'm gonna do is take my glue. The glue that I love is Duo. This is a super popular adhesive. I personally like this pink one. There's a few different ones by them. This one is a gray adhesive that as it dries, it turns black. There's some that are white that turn clear. They've got a bunch of different ones. This is my preference. I like when glue dries down to black typically. The other thing though too, if there is some clear adhesives do work great when you are also on a day where you're not gonna have any other makeup on, because obviously you don't have to worry about any glue getting seen. I just like to see the glue. And I've just done lashes so long that this is just my personal preference. So this is what I use. So I'm gonna open up my tube and I am going to go ahead and coat there's an air bubble, coat the strip with the adhesive. And I don't get like too much. I like to coat it good, but you don't want it like gooping on there where it's like a ton of adhesive. You really don't need too much. So I don't know if you guys can see that really. Maybe you can see it a little bit. So it's not anything crazy. Now, the key, we're in step 3 now for the application. The key to easy eyelash application is letting the glue get tacky. You do not want to put glue right onto your strip and then go right into your eye and start putting it on. The glue's gonna be too wet and it's just gonna slide all over the place, and that's when you're gonna have a big old mess or risk getting glue, you know, in your lashes, whatever the case may be. This is the biggest key to putting falsies on, is letting that glue get tacky. Now this one, again, because it dries black, I can kind of see when it starts to get tacky. So it's probably gonna feel like forever, because normally when I put my glue on, I'm doing other things with my makeup. So then I'm like, you know, doing my things and then I slap my lashes on. But since I'm literally waiting for glue to dry, it's probably gonna feel like it takes forever. But I even take them, sometimes I fan them. You can kind of blow on them. Now, as I actually get ready to put this on, I'm gonna scoot the camera in so that you guys can get up close on my eye and actually see a lot better of what I'm doing. Okay guys, I've scooched you in and we are going to start putting the lash on. And my glue is gonna start, yep, it's starting to get tacky. I can see how some of the gray is starting to disappear. So this is when I'm gonna wanna put it on my eye. So I usually like to clamp my lash in the center, because the center of the strip is the first place I'm gonna push down and make contact with my lid. So for the application, I'm gonna have my eye closed, and I'm gonna come in with my strip tilted down where it's almost like the corners would be pushing down into my lashes, okay? So I want that to be nice and snug, so I'm gonna close my eye, and I am going to press that down. And I felt it hit my skin. So now what I'm gonna do is I like to go from the center to the inner corner. So I am going to take the center of the strip and I'm gonna push that down. And then I'm gonna come to the outside and push that down. So center, inner, outer. Now what I'm gonna do is I usually use my hands for this because I can feel the wet glue on my skin and feel where there's no contact. I go in and I press the strip all along my skin to make sure it's nice and adhered. And now what I do is I take my little clamp here, and this is where you wanna keep the lash nice and snug to your real lashes. You don't wanna see that gap in strip lashes, especially like I don't have any eyeliner on to conceal it, and I did wanna pick a dramatic lash today so that you guys could really see, like, I literally have just mascara on, no eyeliner, and I'm throwing on a strip and it's gonna blend really nice. So I come in like this and I'm going to go right to the base of my strip and my real lashes, and I am going to pinch them together. And I'm gonna do this all along my lashes. Now this is where I will find my little tweezers helpful if I need to go in and get right tight in just maybe the inner corner or something, and I need to just have a little more of a precise tool, or if that's the only spot I need to go in at, then I'll use my tweezer. And don't be scared to get right on in there. It's actually gonna help the adhesive and the bond of the strip by really snugging it down. And when it's already this tacky, it's just gonna grab and go right where you want it. Okay, so I'm just gonna close my eye and I just check. I see the outer corner, inner corner's down. Everything feels good, and I'm just pressing that again. And when you look at my eye straight on, you literally can see how nice the strip looks without any liner or anything. It's nice and snug, it blends right into my natural lashes, and it just made my face go from like, this is my daytime, to like, va va voom, now I'm going out and I wanna have dinner with my husband, or you wanna just go out with girlfriends or whatever you're doing and you wanna glam up quick, boom, here to here, really fast. And then I'll even test my lashes to make sure that everything's down. So I'll come in once they're nice and set and I'll kind of like pull up on my inner corner, because there's nothing worse than you go out and like your strips aren't down, and or maybe they're not as secure as you think they are, and you're out and you have a corner pop up or something like that. It's happened to all of us and it's terrible. So I don't want that happening to you. Like if I know I'm going somewhere that's like a big deal, I will keep lash glue in my purse just in case. Ugh, it's a disaster. You do not want to have a lash coming up when you're in the middle of a night out or something like that. So now we're gonna do the other eye. Again, we have fit this to our eye. We have flexed the band. We are going to put our adhesive on, and we are just going to go right along the entire edge. Maybe now that I'm scooted in closer, you guys can see. Let me see if you can see how much adhesive I have. I'm so awkward. Yeah, no, I'm failing. Epic fail. Clearly it's just a teeny bit. Okay, we're gonna let that get tacky. So I'm going to just clamp it in the center with my little tool and have it ready, and I'm just gonna kind of fan it to help it dry quicker. Look how nice that looks. Girl, look at them lashes. I'm a brow and lash fanatic. That is my obsession when it comes to anything hair and makeup. I love brows and I love lashes. They make a huge difference. They're natural features. Obviously, we already all have lashes and brows, so when you enhance them, the eyes are such beautiful features on everyone that, boom, your eyes be poppin'. So really guys, honestly, this is simple, and with just some practice and knowing these couple key tricks, you're gonna be putting these on in no time. Do not be intimidated. And also don't feel bad, because I have been putting lashes on for years, and I will tell you, there are times I have a day. I will be getting my makeup done and I'm about to put strip lashes on, and I cannot for the life of me put a strip lash on, and I'm sitting there like, what is life? And I don't know anything. Like, who am I? I've never done makeup before. I'm making it's just like my corners won't, like, it happens to everyone. So don't sit and think that, oh, just because, she's done it so long, you know, that it's just like, there are days that I struggle, or days I have a terrible brow day or something like that. Oh, those days are just terrible. You really appreciate the good makeup days, but don't beat yourself up. Okay, so I can see my glue is starting to get a little bit dark in spots, so it is starting to get tacky. This one you'll probably see a little bit better because it's my eye over here where I'm not like in front of my face with the camera. So, get that hair out of my face. All right. Oh, that lash just looks so stinking pretty. I'm obsessed with it. Okay, so now, I need to get back on track here. So we have it pinched in the center. Now I'm gonna close my eye. I'm gonna turn it so that the corners of the lash are kind of poking down towards my eyelashes and that they're not like this. If you go in too much this way, you're gonna end up probably poking your lid and getting a glob of glue somewhere. So I always go down. So I'm gonna try to kind of close my eye. I'm gonna have it down and I'm gonna press that center of the strip in first. All right, center of the strip has touched my skin. Now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna press down that inner corner. So I'm gonna just pinch the edge with this, wrap it around, and press it down. And then kind of go from the inner corner to the center and just make sure that everything's pressed down. So I just kind of travel, I start in the center, go here, and then kind of travel back to the center. Same thing for the outer corner. I'm gonna push down the outer corner, and then I travel from the outer corner into the center. So then I will come in and I am going to just press the strip with my finger. Make sure everything has made contact with my, blink it out, that everything's made contact with my skin. Feels good. Now I'm gonna take my tool, and this is where we're gonna pinch again. So I'm gonna come in and kind of close my eye so I can really see where I'm at. And I'm gonna come right up to the base and my real lashes and pinch them. And literally I can feel my lashes get tight on my eye when I do this. Like, it's a really satisfying feeling. It sounds really weird, but it just like, it's like assurance that like that lash is on there. You just feel it kind of snug down. You're kind of working that glue right into your real lashes too, and it's just giving it that nice sealed bond. These lashes not going nowhere. Check it out, guys. Lashes are on. Easy, easy. That is the lash application. Now, I will tell you, the one thing I like to do when I'm putting lashes on and I don't have any eyeliner or anything on is I actually, because when you look at my eyes straight on and you look at my inner corners, it might look like my strips are funny, but it's not. They're down in the corners. It's just that it's naked in there. The strips give me such a nice dark line and such a nice bold kind of definition to my eye that once you get in here, it's like kind of naked and it's just a kind of a contrast. So what I personally like to do is I take, again, this is super fast. I have this really inexpensive LA Colors liquid eyeliner, and I go in, and once my lashes are on, I take a little bit of this and I just come right into my inner corner, and right where that strip lash ends, I just kind of draw this liner right in there just to fill it in. And that's the only spot I do that. I don't do that, you know, all the way across, but literally you can see the difference of this eye to this one. How now that corner, see how it just looks so seamless now? This one still looks like maybe kind of funny, like the inner corner is maybe kind of weird right there, but it's really not. So watch, you're gonna see the difference. I'm gonna take and dip my brush back into my liner, and I'm gonna come in here. Maybe I can turn a little bit. There we go, you guys can probably see a little bit more. I'm gonna take my brush, and I'm just gonna fill this little hole in just like this. Boom. Just like that. So now you can look at me straight on, and you can see how nice the inner corners look, and everything looks nice and flush. Everything's blended right down to my eyelashes. So everything looks super pretty. It's comfortable. I can feel it nice and snug on my eye. And that is that. So I don't want you to be discouraged. This might feel like, you know, oh, that took, you know, still a little bit and I don't have that time. I went really slow because obviously I wanted to go step by step and really explain and take my time so that you guys could really see what I was doing. When I'm like on my own and I don't have a camera in front of me, I can do this literally in like 3 minutes. I put my glue on, I let them both get tacky, I pop the one on, I pop the other on. While this one is getting set, I'll put my, I'll clamp this one down, then I go to this one and clamp it down, I put my liner on, boom, I'm done. So just to recap real quick, first you take them out, put them on your eye, trim it down to fit. After you do that, you flex the band to get it nice and flexible. Step 3, you put the adhesive on and let it get tacky. Wait, let it get sticky, and then go in to put it on. Once it's on, you take the center and lay that down first. Whether you do the inner or outer corner is total personal preference to you. I usually go to the inner corner and kind of push that down and then go outer and then kind of press them in place. Then I go in and kind of clamp it down. And that is literally it. So yeah, that's false lash application, guys. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys one more important thing. When it comes to eyelash glue, if you get any on your skin, or you know, there's like let's say you put your lash down and it's up too high and you go and you put it down and then you've got like kind of glue that's on your lid, or you get like, sometimes I'll get little bits in this bottom corner with that, when I push it down, I can get like a little glob there. Biggest key, do not try to remove it while it's wet. Let it dry, because this stuff is literally so easy. When it comes to lash adhesive, you literally can just let it dry, and it's usually kind of rubbery. You can just kind of peel it off. Sometimes I'll take my tweezer and I'll just kind of like grab it and literally can peel it. It's way easier than going in trying to wipe it wet, because you're just gonna make a mess and then it's gonna spread and be everywhere, and then you're gonna have even more to scrape off. So that is a big tip also, to just let it dry. Same with mascara, actually. I know this isn't, well, I guess we're talking about lashes, so mascara is part of lashes. When you get mascara, let's say you get like a smudge, or you like hit, when you, especially when I do my lower lashes, I'll get like sometimes my brush and it'll hit underneath and I'm like, oh, darn it. Let it dry, because typically you can just kind of scrape it off. I'll take sometimes a Q-tip and just very lightly like rub, and it'll kind of flake right off my skin. Don't wipe it off wet, because that's when you're gonna get the smearing and make a bigger mess, and then you gotta go back in with concealer or whatever, and it's just like way more work. So let it dry and then just kind of scrape it off. Okay? Okay guys, that is it for this how to apply false eyelashes tutorial. I hope you guys found this helpful. I had a bunch of fun, and now I feel so much extra glamorous just having these lashes on than I did when I just had my mascara. So I hope you found it helpful. Another thing I also wanted to mention too, you can put mascara on falsies if you want, depending on what your falsies are like, or if you want a little extra va-va-voom, feel free to put mascara on them. I sometimes will do that. These obviously I'm not gonna put anything on them, but I do that frequently. But if you do that, just remember it is gonna put a little more wear and tear on your strips. They're not gonna last quite as long, but with proper care of strip lashes, you can reuse strips over and over and over and over again. Like these, not putting anything on them, I could probably get 15, 20 uses out of them. I'm like a lash fanatic, so I will, you know, when I take them off at night, I just kind of peel them off. I peel the glue that's on there so that the band's nice and clean for my next wear, and I put them either back on the little tray and I can put them away, or I even have a little container where I keep falsies, and I just put them away and they stay really nice. If you invest in them, just know that you can actually get a lot of use out of them, and these tubes of glue last forever. So you're gonna get a lot of bang for your buck, but feel free to put mascara on if you do choose. Just know it will be a little bit more wear and tear. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to. I would love feedback on this video in the comments below. If you have more questions, if there's maybe things you want to know more about the application of falsies, feel free to drop it in the comments below. Let me know what you think. I love interacting with you guys and chatting and getting to know you all, and just appreciate the conversation. So also, if you liked it, I'd love a thumbs up. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, for more awesome beauty videos, just of everything. So you'll see the button I have on the side of the screen. Also make sure you ring that bell so that you get notified when I upload new videos and you don't miss one. I appreciate you guys. I am going actually on vacation in like a day and a half with my hubby. I am unplugging and going down into the Caribbean for a week. So I am sad to say I will not actually have a video up next week. I was hoping that I would, but I've just been so swamped. So this next week I will have a hiatus, but go ahead and feel free to check out some of my other videos if you haven't seen other ones. I can link a few below that are really fun to watch. I have a brow tinting tutorial that's great. I'll link below. So check out some videos next week. I'll miss you guys, and I will see you guys in a couple weeks. Bye.